Are you curious about what kind of jobs will be in demand in the next decade? Well, there are a lot of great jobs out there that can give you the financial security and peace of mind you want. In this video, you'll learn about some of the best paying and fastest growing jobs of the future. So watch this video till the end to find out which opportunities are ripe for the plucking. You want to pursue a job in a field that really interests you. But if you're like most people, you also want to choose a career path that will provide profitable opportunities. Not just now, but in the future. This means picking a high-paying job that is in demand now, and will be for a long time. But how can you determine which types of jobs will provide these opportunities in the next 5 to 10 years? Luckily, you don't have to guess. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics publishes 10-year employment outlooks annually for the economy, and each industry and occupation. So while it's impossible to know for sure, you can get a good idea of the long-term prospects for a wide variety of professions by looking at the growth predictions published by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. So let's look at some of the high, in-demand occupations projected to grow substantially over the next decade. Number 1. Nurse Practitioner. Nurse practitioners are trained, registered, and independent healthcare professionals who focus on managing the health of their patients. They do this by diagnosing and treating illnesses, infections, and injuries, doing physical exams, prescribing medications, ordering tests, and giving patients general health advice. The role of a nurse practitioner is more advanced than a regular nurse's. They are the leaders in the medical field who conduct research, mentor nurses and other medical professionals, and fill the gap in primary care in the United States. Nurse practitioners give patients primary and specialized care in several areas, such as family health, gerontology, pediatric health, and emergency care. They can work in schools, hospitals, doctors' offices, and outpatient facilities. Nurse practitioners are the fastest growing area of primary healthcare in the U.S. This is because there's an urgent need for medical health professionals. The Association of American Medical Colleges predicts that by 2032, the United States will have a shortage of 122,000 medical doctors. This is mostly because the country's population is getting older. Additionally, more than 24 states have granted full practice authority to licensed nurse practitioners due to a lack of medical doctors in rural areas, which have a higher percentage of residents aged 65 and older. Because nursing practice focuses on making healthcare more accessible, nurse practitioners are expected to fill this gap and lower overall costs for the healthcare system and patient populations. Nurse practitioners are quickly becoming an essential part of our national healthcare system because they help doctors all over the country do their jobs better. It is important to note that California nurse practitioners are limited in the services they can offer their patients, and legally, they're required to work under the supervision of a medical doctor. Despite this limitation, nurse practitioners in California earn an average of $138,000 annually, which is more than in any other state. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, nurse practitioners in the United States earn an average of $115,000 annually, out-earning registered nurses by more than $30,000 annually. What's more, the field is anticipated to increase by 26% over the next decade. To become a nurse practitioner, you have to be committed to the field of nursing and healthcare, and while the path may not be smooth, it's manageable. First, you must become a licensed registered nurse. Then you must get a master's or doctoral degree in nursing. Lastly, you must obtain a national certification in a specific nursing practice field. Given the responsibilities and magnitude of the job, the requirements are high. Regardless of your career path as a nurse practitioner, your job prospects will improve with better pay. For instance, you could become an emergency nurse practitioner with an average salary of $122,417, a telehealth or virtual nurse practitioner with an average salary of $103,220, an orthopedic nurse practitioner with an average salary of $118,900, an oncology nurse practitioner with an average salary of $118,768, or a nursing professor with an average salary of $108,004. If you decide to pursue a career as a nurse practitioner, you'll have plenty of opportunities to do meaningful work in the field, whether that's in academia, hospital administration, the pharmaceutical industry, public health, or some other area of medicine. With the field growing, consider enrolling in a nurse practitioner program to advance your medical career. Number 2. Web developers. As their name implies, web developers develop websites for organizations, businesses, and individuals. The four most common categories of web designers and programmers include back-end developers, front-end developers, full-stack developers, and webmasters. And each category focuses on a particular area of creating and managing a website. Usually, website developers need to be familiar with at least one programming language and some fundamental design concepts. Regardless of what kind of developer you want to be, you'll have to learn how to code. You'll also need good communication skills to work with whoever you're building a website for, and make sure everyone is on the same page. For front-end work, it is also helpful to know something about design. As a web developer, you can work for a company or agency, or as a freelancer for individual clients. Depending on your job, your tasks will be different, but in general, your daily duties might include the following: designing user interfaces and navigation menus, writing and reviewing code for sites, typically HTML, XML, or JavaScript, integrating multimedia content onto a site, testing web applications, troubleshooting problems with performance or user experience, and lastly, collaborating with designers, developers, and stakeholders. If you're wondering, here's how much web developers make. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the annual average wage for web developers in the United States is $78,300. However, Glassdoor salary insights state that web developers in the United States can earn up to $249,297. Additionally, the amount you make depends on various factors, such as where you work, what industry you work in, and your experience level. So what does the future hold for web developers? The Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that the web development industry will grow by 23% between 2021 and 2031, which is faster than many other jobs. Adding that one of the driving forces behind this increase in web development jobs is the growth of e-commerce. As more companies embrace the internet and rely on websites that operate on multiple devices to do business. How can one become a web developer? Formal education is not always required to work as an entry-level web developer. Some web developers have a degree in website design or computer science, but others learn how to code and design websites on their own. While a degree can make you a more competitive candidate, a strong portfolio can do much more to prove your worth. If this piques your interest, it's never too late to begin training for a career as a web developer. Learn the fundamentals of web design and development with the University of Michigan's Web Design for Everybody, Basics of Web Development and Coding course, or get an interview of the field with Meta's front-end developer professional certificates. Furthermore, you can find various other resources, such as online courses and tutorials on YouTube, to help you get started. If you want to try out a new skill that does not necessarily require you to return to school for a 4-year degree, you can become a self-taught web developer. Number 3. Data scientist. How do social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram choose which advertisements to display on your feed? Or how does your grocery store stock the right food? Most likely a data scientist did it. Data science is a term that has likely become familiar to you over the past few years. It's a fast-growing field that pays well, and almost every industry and type of business needs people with data science skills. But what exactly is data science? And what does working in this kind of role entail? Data scientists develop frameworks that enable businesses to collect, organize, and analyze data, which they can then use to make better business decisions. Depending on what the business needs, the job can include conducting data experiments, putting statistical models and algorithms into place, creating data products, and improving systems to make them more effective and drive better business results. Take those Facebook ads, for instance. A data scientist uses the collect information to develop an algorithm flexible enough to be applied to each user, yet detailed enough to make suitable suggestions about which ads to show each person and when. Indeed, this is a challenging task. Every day, the world produces a massive and ever-increasing volume of data. We need more than just Excel or similar tools to make sense of all this data. A data scientist uses programming languages like Python to analyze the information. Data scientists spend most of their time in offices, though they can be found in any industry, from finance to healthcare to retail. Additionally, a wide variety of work cultures and environments exist in this field, from small businesses to big corporations to international nonprofits. Many of the country's data scientists reside in the major tech hubs of Silicon Valley, New York, Seattle, and Boston. However, in the talent competition, data scientists are frequently allowed to work remotely. So what does the future hold for data scientists? Since 2012, data science has been consistently listed as one of the best jobs in the market. You may be wondering if, after nearly a decade, the market is or will become populated. To put it bluntly, the answer is no. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts a 31% increase in data science jobs between 2019 and 2029, making it one of the top 20 fastest-growing professions. Compared to the average growth rate of all occupations, which is roughly 4%, the growth rate forecasted for data science is nearly 8 times higher than average. The data science industry is not only expanding, but also offers some of the best salaries available today. According to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average salary for a data scientist in 2020 was $103,930. With more experience comes a higher salary. According to PayScale, the average salary for data scientists was $67,000 in May 2021, with the wages of senior data scientists ranging from $95,000 to $161,000. Data science managers earning between $96,000 and $180,000, and data science directors earning between $117,000 and $203,000. Furthermore, a report by the recruitment firm Birchworks revealed that high-level data science managers earn approximately $250,000 annually. If you're interested, this is how you can become a data scientist. Data science is a highly technical and data-intensive field. Therefore, a bachelor's degree in computer science, engineering, statistics, mathematics, or similar is generally required for employment. However, many organizations prefer that their data scientists possess an advanced degree. In fact, 365 Data Science reports that 80% of the profession's data scientists hold a postgraduate degree. In addition, many data science jobs require a master's degree. However, a degree in data science is not required. Data scientists may have a PhD in neuroscience or a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, among other credentials. Some of the courses you can take to become a data scientist include a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Computer Engineering, Statistics, or Mathematics. Additionally, you can learn common data science frameworks like Python, PySpark, AWS, Azure, and many others as part of your undergraduate coursework, or as side projects. The other is a Bachelor of Science degree in a relevant field, or complete a boot camp for data scientists. You may immediately obtain employment as a data scientist, or begin as a data analyst and work your way up. You can also obtain a master's degree in data science, computer science, or a related field. Also, within your program, learn about common data science frameworks. And lastly, you can complete a PhD in almost any field involving data analysis, such as bioinformatics, political science, astrophysics, and so on. Whether or not you specialize in data science and make it your career, data skills are essential for today's workforce. If you've listened to all I've said about the field and still decide it's not for you, there's no harm in learning more about how to use data and solve problems. Number 4. Financial Manager. Financial managers manage an organization's finances. Financial managers can work for a company directly or a consulting firm, where they handle financial management for their clients. A financial manager may be responsible for various finance-related tasks, depending on the company's or client's needs. These include identifying weaknesses or risks, developing solutions to eliminate those weaknesses or risks, conducting research, creating projections and reports, preparing financial statements, setting goals, providing suggestions for how the company or client can meet those goals, and suggesting ways to reduce costs, increase profits, or expand into new markets. A financial management career offers high salary potential and other benefits such as bonuses. In the United States, financial managers earn a median salary of $131,710 per year, as reported by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Furthermore, the Bureau states that the financial management field is quickly growing, with a 17% job growth projected from 2021 to 2031, and an average of 71,300 new jobs for financial managers are expected to open up annually. So how does one join this lucrative industry with a juicy 6-figure salary, you ask? To become a financial manager, you must have a bachelor's degree in finance, business, or a related field. Furthermore, you must have at least 5 years of relevant work experience. Number 5. Marketing Manager. Marketing managers create and implement marketing strategies. This may involve identifying the company's target market and how to reach them. In addition, they develop strategies to maximize the company's profits or market share, monitor industry trends, and engage with consumers to find the best way to build a company brand and loyal following. The primary responsibilities of a marketing manager can vary by industry, team size, and level of responsibility. This role can be fulfilled by an individual contributor or team leader who supervises other marketers. If you're interested in becoming a marketing manager, here's what you need to know. Marketing experts are needed in every type of business and industry, from small startups to large corporations, nonprofits, and the government. The earning potential of a marketing manager varies widely by what geographic area you're based in, how many years of experience you have, and what company you work for. But according to PayScale, the average US salary is $66,609. A marketing manager with 1 to 4 years of experience can expect an average salary of $58,742, while a marketing manager with 5 to 9 years of experience can expect an average salary of $69,378. So what step needs to be taken to become a marketing manager? A marketing manager's success depends more on their skills than on their level of education or certifications. Whether or not a job requires or prefers a bachelor's degree depends on the company. However, many of the skills marketing managers need can be learned without a degree. If you want to venture into marketing, but aren't already in a marketing-related field, familiarizing yourself with the fundamentals and connecting with marketing professionals is a good place to begin. Additionally, you can create meaningful volunteer or internship opportunities to conduct marketing activities and acquire fundamental marketing skills. Finally, take advantage of free training materials, complete LinkedIn learning courses, and learn the industry jargon. Marketing managers have a great career outlook. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the number of marketing managers will increase by 6% between 2019 and 2029, compared to a 4% increase for all occupations. With increased job opportunities, there is ample room for your marketing career to develop over time. So take advantage of this and start honing your marketing skills. Number 6. Database Administrator. Database administrators are in charge of keeping a company's database systems running and ensuring that the information stored on them can be accessed quickly, easily, and safely. Depending on the database, this may involve optimizing data collection, storage, and organization, backing up systems, identifying issues or errors within the database, and developing solutions, developing new databases and transferring data into them, supervising user permissions, and designing and implementing security precautions, among others. The overall income of a database administrator differs widely depending on the location, years of experience in the organization. However, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average annual salary for database administrators is $96,710. In addition, overall employment is projected to grow by 9% from 2021 to 2031, with about 11,500 job opportunities opening annually. According to Glassdoor, the top 5 paying industries for a database administrator in the United States are energy, mining, and utilities, with a median total pay of $130,902, media and communication, with a median total pay of $125,148, human resources and staffing, with a median total pay of $120,692, pharmaceutical and biotechnology, with a median total pay of $116,660, and insurance, with a median total pay of $115,500. If this interests you, here's how you can get started as a database administrator. First, you need a bachelor's degree in computer and information technology, or a related field, such as engineering or business. In most cases, employers prefer to hire applicants with a master's degree in data or database management, usually in computer science, information systems, or information technology. Number 7. Actuary. Actuaries usually work for insurance companies and are responsible for assessing risk. They use math, data, and statistics to decide if their employer should issue a policy to a potential customer, whether an individual or a business, and if so, what the premium should be. Actuaries evaluate health, life, automobile, homeowner, medical malpractice, workers' compensation, retirement benefits, and other investments. Actuaries in the insurance industry usually specialize in one field of insurance, such as the following: health insurance, where they help come up with policies for long-term care, and health insurance, by estimating how much care will cost based on the terms of an insurance contract. Life insurance, they help people and groups get pension plans and life insurance by predicting how long people will live. Property and casualty insurance, here they help make insurance policies that protect policyholders from losing property and being sued because of accidents, natural disasters, fires, and other things. Some actuaries apply their knowledge to matters of finance outside the insurance industry. For instance, they devise investment strategies that mitigate risk and maximize company or individual returns. Take a look at these 3 examples of actuaries who work outside the insurance industry. 1. Enterprise Risk Management Actuaries. They identify economic, financial, and geopolitical risks that may impact a company's short or long-term goals. They also help top executives determine the level of risk the company is willing to take and develop strategies to reduce the financial impact of those risks. 2. Pension and retirement benefit actuaries. They design, test, and evaluate a company's pension plans to determine if there will be enough money to pay for benefits and report their findings to the federal government. They also help companies create 401ks and retiree healthcare plans and advise retirees. 3. Public sector actuaries. Their responsibilities vary depending on the government level they serve. Actuaries in the federal government may analyze proposed Social Security or Medicare changes and conduct economic and demographic studies to project future benefit obligations. How much do actuaries make? Actuaries are well compensated. According to Talent.com, the average actuary salary in the USA is $140,194 per year, or $67.40 per hour. Entry-level positions start at $120,000 annually, while most experienced workers make up to $184,540 annually. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that there will be an additional 21% growth in demand for actuaries between 2021 and 2031. Additionally, 2,400 job openings for actuaries are projected yearly due to the growth of new industries, such as artificial intelligence. This is what you need to become an actuary. A career as an actuary calls for someone with impressive skills in quantitative analysis, statistics, and financial management. A bachelor's degree is also required, and it's preferable if it's in an analytical subject like mathematics, business, actuarial science, or another related area. The Casualty Actuarial Society accredits actuaries who work in property and casualty insurance, including automobile, homeowners, commercial, and workers' compensation. The Society of Actuaries, on the other hand, certifies actuaries working in life insurance, health insurance, retirement benefits, investments, and finance. Both credentials require candidates to take economics, finance, and mathematical statistics classes while in college. Candidates must also pass several tests and attend seminars on professionalism. Many companies want to hire people who have passed at least one or two of these certification exams before graduation. Because of the extensive training needed, becoming a certified associate actuary can take 7 years. If you have a background in mathematics or any other related field and looking to make a career switch, becoming an actuary is an option. In conclusion, qualified workers will always be needed, no matter your field of study or experience. The professions mentioned in this video are examples of high-paying jobs that will be in demand for the next 10 years. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And lastly, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.